Everyone, I'm just here to give you a little bit of an update. I don't have specifics that I can share with you. It's an ongoing criminal investigation. DCI and Sioux Falls Police Department are doing the criminal investigation. I just want to say that up front. So here's what I can tell you. As about 2:30 this morning, one of our troopers became involved in a pursuit on the west side of Sioux Falls within the city. The pursuit went through different parts of the city. It subsequently ended up over near 57th and Western. During this event, one of the troopers, his name is Andrew Steen. He's an 8-year trooper with the South Dakota Highway Patrol here in Sioux Falls. He was hit by the suspect, his car, and as a result he sustained injuries. He was taken to the hospital. He's listed in critical condition. During this event, law enforcement there was some shots fired by law enforcement. There was a suspect that was hit. As a result, she was taken to a hospital as well. I do not have any information on her condition, and I will not be releasing her name at this time. She's a suspect at this time. There's been no charges filed at this time. This is under investigation. As I said, right now, we were assisted by Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Johnson is here with us today, and he had a couple of deputies assisting our trooper with this case as well. The vehicle did leave, and then it ended up over by 47th, I believe, in Western is where the suspect was actually apprehended. And that's what I have. And like I said, I can't share any more. This is an ongoing investigation. We're trying to put all the pieces together, and I don't want to jeopardize that investigation. So,
can you say anything about the shots being fired? How that came about?
I cannot at this time. That's under investigation. Just so you know, whenever our officer is involved in a use of force incident like this, we bring in an outside agency to do the investigation, and in this case, it's DCI as well as the Sioux Falls Police Department.
Shots were fired at 57th and Western.
There were shots fired in that neighborhood, yes.
Can you say where was the chase on 229? Was it through town or what? Can you say?
I don't want to get into any details. I can tell you that it's stayed in town to the best of my knowledge.
Do you know how he was hit? Did he go above the vehicle or did he go under?
Initially, we thought that he might have gone under, but it sounds like she may have struck him with the front of her vehicle, and that's all I really want to say at this time. But it was enough that it injured him to put him in the hospital in critical condition.
So he was out of his car?
He was out of his car, yes.
Critical but stable?
We believe that's the case, yes, critical but stable.
The law enforcement agencies on the scene was the State Patrol and the Lincoln County Sheriff's deputies.
That's correct. And then Sioux Falls Police Department was in the area, but they weren't actually involved in the pursuit, to my knowledge.
And you can't say how it was that he came, that this Trooper Steen was the one who initiated, or attempted to initiate the stop. And we can't say how it was that he ended up outside his vehicle.
The only thing I could really say is his vehicle was struck by the suspect vehicle before that as well, but that's something that's still ongoing. So, and then he was outside his vehicle and got struck.
About what time was that? Can you say if they started around 2:30 or thereabouts? Was the chase fairly long or what? Can you say?
I don't want to get into any time frames because if I said something inaccurate, I wouldn't want to have to go back and try to retract it and explain it. So I want to be accurate with you folks, and we want to hold this back as much as we're trying to piece it together, and to be all fairness. to the suspect and everyone involved here. We just want to make sure that we let the investigators do their job.
Indication of how dangerous it is to be in law enforcement, though.
It is a dangerous occupation, yes.
But just so I have this clear, the suspect's vehicle hit his vehicle and him. So it's two.
It hit his
separate.
vehicle, and it also, on a separate occasion, hit him.
Could you spell his last name?
It's Andrew Steen, Steen, and he's an 8-year veteran with the South Dakota Highway Patrol.
Once the suspect, I left 57th and Louise and ended up at 49th and Western, were there shots fired anywhere other than the first intersection? Or
I can't confirm or deny any of that, what happened there. I just know that she was apprehended, I believe, around 47th and Western.
When she hit the vehicle, did it look like she turned around, like, she hit the vehicle, turned around, and then went back for him, or did he?
We're trying to piece all that together. We're soliciting the assistance of the Sioux Falls Police Department to reconstruct some of the crash parts of this that was involved, and then all the criminal investigators are doing their part.
How old is he again?
The trooper?
Yeah. 34.
34, thank you.
Okay, just wanted to check.
Can you release the suspect's hometown and age?
No, I cannot.
Is there only one suspect?
At this time, we believe there is, but I can't say that that might not be the case.
So you can't say whether there was anyone else involved in the car?
No, there's an ongoing investigation, and that'll all come.
Was alcohol involved?
I can't confirm that at this time.
Where did the chase actually start at?
It started over on the west side of Sioux Falls. That much I can tell you, but exact location, again, I don't want to get into that, so.
can you say why she was going to be pulled over initially?
We're still looking into that, but the initial reports, and I think I told you this morning, there was some erratic driving, so.
And can you clarify the events that happened at 57th and Western versus 47th and Western?
Clarify.
Well, in terms of like what happened at 57th and Western and what happened at 47th and Western. 57th and Western is where the chase ended after it had already started, and that's where the trooper was struck at 57th and Western?
This ended up being a multi-location type event, so, and again, I don't want to get into the particulars of anything because we're still trying to piece it together. I mean, this happened just a few hours ago. Our main purpose has been to attend to the trooper and his family to make sure that he's doing okay, and we're letting the investigators take the lead on doing the piecing it together.
Can you say what kind of car she was driving?
I don't have that information. I believe I know what it is, but I don't want to say yet. The other thing I just want to say that there will be updates that we will get out to you later. Terry Wooster's office, along with Sarah Rayburn with the Attorney General's office, will put out some releases as they're necessary to update all of you. There will probably be press releases. So.
One last thing I can think of. At any point, were you going to put spikes down? Did I hear something about that, or?
I can't say for sure whether there were spikes. I do know there was conversation about spikes, but I don't know exactly, so I don't want to speak to it, but I believe there was a conversation about it.
Okay.
How long has Steen been here in Sioux Falls the whole time? How long has Steen been here in Sioux Falls?
He's been here the whole 8 years.